Okay, so I'm gonna record this all the way through and just minimize any editing just so I can get it out. Don't mind the aesthetic. I'll improve as I get along, but I feel like this is the best way for me to get my ideas out in a productive manner. If you don't know me, my name is Latifah. I go by Sincerely Latifah on Instagram and on my website, and I am a music journalist. I'm also branching out into brand and marketing consulting for entertainers and creative entrepreneurs. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about in that specific area is a mission statement. So as I mentioned, I'm a journalist. My form of journalism is writing. And so I would say that I'm a pretty good writer. However, you don't have to be a great writer in order to develop a mission statement for your company or for your image. If you are an artist or a creative entrepreneur, then you know that your identity, your brand is you. You are your company. So what is your mission statement? One of the ways that I say you can identify your mission statement is to look at your passion. Look at your biggest interest. So if you are saying to yourself, okay, like, I know that I'm a creative. I know I'm a photographer. I know I'm a songwriter. I know I'm a producer. I know I'm a writer, a journalist. But what is my real mission statement? What is the purpose? Because everything that you do business-wise should tie back into one of the facets of your mission statement. That helps you to remain authentic. That helps you to filter out opportunities that are good for you versus some that just seem good for the moment. That also keeps you on track in terms of what it is that you are going to do moving forward. What do I mean by that? You might be really good at, let's say you're a journalist and you can write about anything, but why are you writing? If someone comes to you and says, hey, can you do an EPK for me? You could do that, but does that artist, those facets of that artist's identity, does that align with your mission statement? That's one of the questions that you want to ask yourself. So how do I develop a mission statement? How do I create a mission statement? Going back to your passions. This is what I say, and I mentioned this in my ebook. It's a free ebook, and I'll leave the link in the description box below. It's targeted towards music journalism, but I say, look at two things. When you're by yourself, minding your business, you're in your room or wherever, and you're just thinking, what is something that you can just look at? You'll see something while you're scrolling, whatever, and you can rant about that thing for 10 minutes straight. And let's say it's not about something that's personally connected to you. So this is not, a relationship issue, or this is not a friendship thing that's actually happening in your life. This is not a dynamic that is active in your life right now. But it's something that you see in passing, and you're like, bro, you know what I hate? This, blah, 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 blah. And you're talking about it, and for 10 minutes, you're bullet pointing all of the things that you think about this and how you would improve that. That's a passion. That's something that you have a strong interest in. That's a problem that you identified that you have solutions to. That's an area where your mission statement can bring clarity to. Now, the other side of that is if you're sitting down, you're minding your business, and you just think of something and it makes you giddy. You're so excited. You're like, oh my gosh, I love da 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 da. And the things that you're talking about, you're like, wow, this is so. You feel so fulfilled as you talk about that thing. That's a passion. So the way I say it is identify what makes your blood boil and identify what makes your heart skip and leap for joy. Those are your passion areas. And then what you do is you bring in what it is that you are good at, your creativity, your skill, whether you're a writer, a photographer, and you address it. So one of the examples I was coming up with in my mind, this is how you know it's my passion, right? Because I'm sitting in the car and I'm like, ooh, this is a great idea. So I was thinking about how would I develop a mission statement for one of those companies that make candy coated fruit. So, I'm based in Georgia. Atlanta area. And a lot of the companies, they'll have, one of them is, I think it's called like crack grapes or something. And I saw something else that was like related to like a perk or something like that, which I was saying I wish they would stop aligning it with drugs, but that is actually part of the market that they're trying to appeal to. What do I mean? These are like, the grapes that are like, dipped in like Sour Patch Kid crumbs or something like that, and Nerds and things like that. So they're candy coated fruit, right? And what would be the mission statement? Someone is doing that because they're creative, they like sweets, they see that it sells. And so what is the mission statement for that company? Okay, it's usually a company that's based in the hood. This is someone who, the first person, a few people who did it, they probably were just being creative in their home and they came up with this. So that mission statement would be to bring delightful and lighthearted moments to difficult situations and inner city communities through simple treats and desserts. It's like, really? But that's exactly what it is, because you can imagine, let's say that one of the people that created it is like a teenager, an older sister, and she has a lot of siblings, and maybe this week was heavy and hectic. There was a lot of stuff going on. She lives on the west side of Atlanta, or she lives in south side Chicago. She lives in different environments that experience difficulty, right? And has younger siblings, and her younger siblings, have also had a hard week. And so she gets in her bag, she gets some canned sliced pineapples or pineapple rings from the grocery store, and she has a whole bunch of candy, and she figures out how she puts her concoction together, and she starts dipping it, she puts it in the freezer, however way she makes it, and she gives it to her siblings, and they're like, oh, that's dope, oh, I love this, you should sell this. So she starts marketing it and packaging it. And then my experience is that you'll be at the gas station, you'll be in a certain place, and this is grassroots marketing. Someone will come with a cart and a tray, and they're like, y'all try this, these are my whatever grapes, these are my such and such candy coated fruit. And what you see is that the people who are standing around at the gas station, who are going about their business, they see this and they get excited. They get excited because they're like, "Ooh, shorty got the grapes. Oh, she got the, y'all never tried this? Oh, blah, blah, blah." So what is she doing? She is bringing lighthearted, delightful moments to inner city communities and difficult situations through simple treats and desserts. That's a mission statement. So part of the reason why your mission statement is important is because you want to be able to market your product outside of your community. Why? Because one of the marketing is not just for customers. Marketing is also for funding. So if you are going to, be a part of an event, you want to be able to say to that event host, well, this is what we do and this is why we do it. Not just this is my product, but this is why we're passionate. We want to bring delightful moments. So now you can partner with a nonprofit. You might have to change the name, right, if it's drug related, but you can partner with a nonprofit, because that nonprofit is able to say, well, this is, one way which we are aligning with our mission by collaborating with this company that has this mission that mirrors. You can partner with a brand, for-profit brand, and they can sponsor you or sponsor something that you're doing because your mission statement aligns with what they are supposed to be doing within the community. So that's why mission statements, are important. Another thing that you want to look at is, okay, how do I do that? You said to bring delightful and lighthearted moments to inner city communities in difficult situations through simple treats and desserts. I don't put my words together like this. Here's a tip, and I think this will be helpful. What I would suggest, if you feel like you don't have an idea, first do some research, look at different websites within that are adjacent to your field. So if you do photography, then look at a website of like a makeup artist, or look at a website of even an art gallery, right? And when you look at that website, look at their About Us page. Look at their mission statement. Take some screenshots. Then I want you to go to Fiverr, fiverr.com, Fiverr. And that's where you can that's excuse me, I'm forgetting the word, but that's where you can contract digital services for affordable prices, right? So you can go to Fiverr or something like that. Fiverr, there's others I'm forgetting, but you can go and look for a copywriter, someone who copyrights, so someone who writes content for websites, right? So that's basically like or newsletters or something like that. So it's copywriter, COPYWRITER. It's not the same copyright as when people say like protect your intellectual property, get a copyright. It's COPYWRITER, like writing. Look up a copywriter on Fiverr, and when you go, don't ask for a mission statement. Ask for them to help write the copy for your About Me page. So now you give them an idea of what you're looking for, tell them about your business, and then have a copywriter create the About Me page for your website. When you have that person create an About Me page, you can say, yeah, and throw in a mission statement if if it comes in the package. Now you have a few paragraphs of compiled content that you can look at and say, okay, this is the mission statement that they compiled. Well, now you have something to work with. I won't use this word, I use this word. This is more about what I'm doing, right? This is more like in line with my mission statement. But you're not going to just rely on them to produce that sentence or two, because it may not hit the mark. But if you have them create the About Me page, which is a couple of paragraphs, now you have more to pull from. Now you have a better idea of how to word what your mission statement is. And that's an easy way to develop your About Me page. And from there, you can always pull from that. You can create a mission statement, you can create your company vision, all from that About Me page that you contracted from Fiverr. And you can tweak it as you would like, but it helps give you a grasp. That's if you're not the best writer. But this is my suggestion, just to begin with, how to create a sound mission statement for your company or your brand identity, because you are a walking LLC. You are a walking CEO. You are a walking brand, right? So I think those are really important. As I mentioned, they're not just they really don't appeal to the client as much as it does to the business space that you're going to be operating within. Not only does it make you look professional, but it opens doors for you. Something as simple as that lets other businesses know that, okay, you are serious about business. You are actually enterprising, and you are something that we can stand behind. You're not just a person who's, gifted and talented and is selling their services, but you're developing an actual business. So consider that. Thank you. Sincerely, Latifah.